Right, okay, let's try this. Hello, fellow humans, and welcome to the Madhouse. I'm Josh, and today I'm here outside, largely because I need some peace and quiet, to talk about my 2017 New Year's resolutions and all that shit. I'm not really one for New Year's resolutions, because let's face it, they always get broken. But I'm doing it anyway, because why not? Maybe I'll actually fulfill it this year, because I've had plans to get myself organised. I've got everything ready for when I go back to Bangor. I've got it all set up, and I am ready and willing to go and actually do this shit. Really, what is this shit? First and foremost, I want to get myself more organised. So to that end, I have a planner, I also have a diary, and I've found a few links to various different ways of trying to organise oneself, and I'm going to do it. I have no idea how it's going to work out or if it will, but one always has to try, no? I've also decided that I want to lose weight. I don't want to be some skinny ripped Adonis, because that's not practical, but I just want to be healthy. Now, that doesn't sound like a tall order, and it really shouldn't be, but I'm a lazy fucker, so this will be the one that I give the majority of my focus this year. I've already cut down on portion sizes and on what I eat, but I need to do some exercise to accompany it, and while I was given a plan, I simply did not follow it. Time to work on it now, because quite frankly, my health is shit, and perhaps losing weight will help me not to have a permanent cold all the time. Maybe it will help and maybe it won't. Perhaps I'm just doomed to sneeze myself into oblivion one day. But I'd rather do what I can to prevent it. On a similar related note, I want to try to spend less money per month on cheese. I love cheese. I am a Lancastrian and I live in Cheshire. You can see it around me. And put simply, cheese pretty much literally runs through my blood. It's a very large part of my diet. I enjoy it. I love to cook with it, and I'm very, very, very good at it. So much so that I'm writing a cookbook. That's another of these. But it's not healthy, not in the levels I do. And it costs me a fortune too. I probably spend about £25 a month on cheese, which I very, very, very much enjoy doing. But it's simply not feasible. It's too much money, too much cheese. I'm going to cut it down. I want to spend at most £10 a month on cheese. And let that be it. Alfie, stop staring at me. Sorry, my dog is here. He found a stick for me to throw. Alfie, you ready? Well, that was a rubbish throw. Alfie, that's not stretching. Come here. Come here, Alfie. Alfie. Fetch. Oh, that fucking had thorns on it. That hurt. Ooh. Git. Find something that won't hurt you or me. Another of my resolutions is to not miss classes this year. That's not to say I deliberately miss classes, but due to mental health and physical health problems, I have missed a hell of a lot, and I don't want to repeat that. I tried to do it last term and then things went to shit. But I'm going to say I'm not allowed any more than 3 days off this term, and I'm going to repeat that again the next semester, simply because if one is physically ill, fair enough, you can't come in if you're vomiting in the toilet for 3 days straight. But I need to make sure that even if I'm just feeling a bit down, I don't just say, fuck it, I'll stay in bed today, it makes no difference. It does make a difference. I need to pass this year at university, and without meaning to brag, I am ridiculously clever, so I am capable of it when I actually go and do the work. Another of my resolutions is to keep the house relatively tidy. That is to say, I will clean up any mess that I make, and if my housemates aren't able to do it for whatever reason, I will give them a hand. I won't do it for them, but I will assist. Which is fair, because I've been leaving far too many messes and expecting other people to clean up after me. And while I'm mostly doing that because I cook for them as well, so it's unfair that I should have to cook meals for everyone in the house and then clean it all up afterwards because I've just spent 4 hours cooking. But I shouldn't leave that much mess for them to begin with. I'm just terrible at cleaning up. I intend to keep my room relatively tidy, and by that I don't mean spotless, but I do mean functional, meaning I can see the floor and I can use my desk. Possibly the most fun resolution, though, is not something that I am not going to do, but something that I really want to do regarding my videos. I want to film at least 2 videos a week uploaded on Wednesdays and Fridays, with, if possible, but it may not be because I'm trying to work very hard at university this time round, an extra video either on Sunday or on Monday, depending on how busy I am. But regardless of all that, when I am not at home because the internet connection is shit and it will not be feasible, but when I am at university, I will also upload vlogs on my vlogging channel, which is imaginatively titled The Madhouse Vlogs. I don't know if they'll be daily vlogs or weekly vlogs, but I am looking forward to them. Because I do talks into this, which is just a sit-down vlog, but I want to actually practice my cinematography and see what I'm capable of doing, and that is exciting. And if I make something I'm particularly proud of, I'll re-upload it on my main channel too, so you can see it if you're not interested in the other one. Just, I want to practice. And speaking of, I'm very happy because my camera is going to cost less than half of what I thought it would cost to repair, so fantastic. The final thing then is my reading goals and resolutions. As always, I do read a really large number of books in a year. According to Goodreads, last year I read 84 books, but that doesn't include the audiobooks, which I stopped counting after March because it was just so much hassle, or the rereads that I did, like I read Harry Potter books again, and the Discworld books again, and various other books that I have read many times in my life because they bring me comfort or it's a tradition. You get where I'm going with this. So in total, I believe I read 128 books last year. That is not a number to be sniffed at. This year I'm going for 75, simply because I'm a very busy person. But something I have noticed about my reading, that while it is often very diverse in terms of the LGBT community, and I say very diverse, I've yet to find something specifically about asexuals that I've actually read, but I do have a few on my list. I want to read more racially diverse and culturally diverse books. I watched Moana yesterday, the film, and I absolutely loved it. But I believe I have only ever read one book specifically about Polynesian cultures, and it was a Terry Pratchett book. So I didn't read it because I was trying to find out about those cultures. I was reading it because it had Terry Pratchett's name on it, and it's a marvellous book, truly. But I want to know more, and I don't believe I have any books set in what we call Africa now. I have a few that are set in ancient Egypt, but that's not quite the same because one is learning about dead cultures, not existing ones. It is time to expand my horizons beyond these fair fields behind me and the mountains and hills of Bangor. The world is a far bigger place than the small pieces of it I inhabit, and I feel that I personally, though I won't shame anyone else who doesn't do this, have a duty to understand and reach out and explore as much of it as I possibly can. Because I'm a broke student, I will do most of this through books, but I would like to travel more. But this is more a dream rather than what is the word I am looking for? It begins with a resolution, that's it. It's a dream. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and that you do well in your New Year's resolutions if you have bothered to set them, because many people don't, and that's fine. But for me, I need to. And if you have set them, please let me know what your biggest resolution is, the one that's most important to you, because it's easier than asking you to spell out a list of 20 resolutions if that's what you've done. Plus, it also reveals something more about one's personality. If one finds one's health more important, or the urge to travel, it's fascinating. You can learn a lot about people through what they want. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but it's exciting. Until next time then, tatty byes.